Hi friends, today we will discuss water use efficiency. So water use efficiency is defined as the amount of marketable produce obtained per unit of the water used, particularly for evapotranspiration or for the crop growth. Accordingly, there are two types of water use efficiency. One we call it as field water use efficiency, another is crop water use efficiency. In case of field, we consider yield, that is same, that is marketable yield. Marketable yield means in case of wheat, we get the wheat grains. So for 25 quintals means 2500 kg. Suppose we use amount of water. In case of field water use efficiency, we consider water used for the crop means if not only for the evapotranspiration, but also we also know that what is required for uh, there are application losses, there are other losses in the irrigation, also there are certain conveyance losses, there are application losses. So all these considered, and the total water pumped from the source is considered in this field water efficiency. So here suppose it is 400 mm, then we consider that around 6.25 kg per hectare per mm is the amount of, unit will be kg per hectare per mm. Means we here consider the marketable yield to the water delivered for the crop growth. Whereas in case of crop water efficiency, we consider marketable yield and water required for evapotranspiration only. So in this case, we consider only evapotranspiration. In this case, total water is considered. Now, if we see different factors affecting water efficiency, it is very clear that there are two factors will be there. One is those influencing yield, that is crop. Another is evapotranspiration. So if we see closely, we can observe that both factors are affecting these two indifferently. Means suppose yield is there, it is affected by the crop growth capacity, plant characters, or the management factors like fertilizers, pest management, etc. Whereas evapotranspiration is influenced particularly by climatic factors. So both factors are different, but again we can observe that in case of evapotranspiration, if it is less, definitely photosynthesis is less, definitely activity of crop will be less. So if it is too high, then also it is maximum, it is max is there. So beyond that there will be no evapotranspiration. It means that with uh, evapotranspiration increase or lowering the ET is having a tremendous effect on yield. Whereas if it is quite low, we will get the low yields. But if it is more, then also it has less effect on the yield. So we have to see that what ET should be there to have a maximum crop growth. So now we can see one by one what are the factors. So this is first one is nature of plant. As we have seen, there are different characters of the plant, capacity of the plant, photosynthetic rates of the plant. Every plant has its own requirement, and accordingly some examples are there. In case of rice, you can see water requirement is 2000 mm, yield is 6000 kg per hectare, so we can get 6000 upon 2000 where it is 3. In case of pearl millet, we have taken example, 4000 is the produce that we get marketable produce, whereas 500 is the of water required for the crop growth. So 8 kg per hectare is the water efficiency of the pearl millet. Suppose similarly, maize, groundnut, wheat and finger millet are having the water efficiency. Here we can see lowest is of rice and highest is of finger millet, also wheat, because of low water requirement and also greater yield. Means those factors which increase yield and those factors which decrease water requirement will definitely increase the water efficiency. Next is climate and management. Climate and management means suppose those factors which reduce evapotranspiration will reduce the will increase the water efficiency. For example, um, mulching, weed management. These factors will reduce the evapotranspiration rate and thereby increase the water efficiency. So all those factors, crop growth, we can ensure that those can reduce the evapotranspiration. So there are so many wind breaks, also wind shelters, shelter belts we can think of. In case of soil moisture, this is one of the very important parameter. Optimum soil moisture is very important. Neither too low soil moisture will reduce the yield. High soil moisture is also responsible for evapotranspiration. We have to have a proper scheduling of irrigation so that there will be minimum loss of water through evapotranspiration and better growth of the crop. Next one is fertilizers. In case of fertilizers, they, definitely it is all the inputs fertilizers, also management of pests and diseases. What they will do? They will add to the crop growth, better crop growth, and thereby it will improve the yield and thereby it will improve the water use efficiency. Optimum plant population is also very important to harness the all the resources available. Neither too low population or neither thick population is good, so that we can harness the resources and we can get the proper yield. Particularly variety wise, we have to think that what definite population should be there. So in short, C4 plants are having a better water efficiency. Also, those factors which reduce ET are going to increase the water efficiency, and those factors which increase the yield will increase the water efficiency. So this is all about water efficiency. Thank you.